A little more talking. Conversation works wonders.
Yo, Pip, is the link up?
Zip asked, leaning over her sister's shoulder.
It should be up in a few seconds.
Pip replied.
And done. You should be able to talk now.
The feed switched on to complete blackness. Zip looked at Pip in confusion.
Is it supposed to look like this?
Maybe there's a problem with the camera?
Pip suggested.
Hello, my dears.
Said a familiar voice.
How are things in Maritime Bay?
Ah,
Zip said.
she thinks it's a normal call. Hey, Mom, sorry to interrupt, but it's a video call.
Oh, no wonder your voice was so faint.
Haven replied, before the view suddenly shifted. After a few seconds, they were looking at her face.
Good to see you both. As I was saying, how are things in Maritime Bay?
Pretty good.
Pip replied.
Just wanting to check if you're still good for Mare's Day tomorrow. After all, it only comes around once a year.
And we did kind of make a mess of it last year.
Zip admitted, scratching her ear as she did so. The fiasco with trying to run the country with her friends was something she rather wanted to forget.
Oh, everything's good to go.
Haven replied.
I've cleared my schedule specifically so I can spend time with you two. But it would be nice to have a copy of the day's itinerary so I know what we're doing. I've never been one for sudden surprises.
Pip switched displays from the call to her email, and after attaching a document, hit send.
There. It should be in your inbox in a few seconds. Everything we'll be doing for the entire day.
Oh, thank you, dear. I look forward to seeing you both tomorrow. If that's all, I do need to get back to work. This stack won't sign itself.
She rotated the phone around to show a massive stack of paper.
She does know you can just flip the camera, right?
Zip said.
Zip!
Pip hissed.
Oh, wow, that does look like a lot. Oh, we'll leave you to it. Bye.
The call ended, and Zip walked away.
See you later. I'm gonna hit the gym.
Okay, I'll do some streaming for a bit. Probably outdoors.
Pip replied.
I wonder if Sunny's up for a smoothie chat. Those are always really good fun to do.
The next morning, Mare's Day dawned, and the two sisters set off for Zephyr Heights on what would probably be a short flight. Seeing as they now lived so far away, days like this were valuable to the pair, as it allowed them contact with a figure they otherwise didn't interact with very often. Haven had become something of a mother figure to the rest of their friends, especially seeing as two of them had no surviving family they knew of. After flying for a while, the pair touched down at Zephyr Heights. Pip was huffing in annoyance.
Why did we have to fly the whole way?
She complained.
Because it's faster than walking.
Zip replied.
Did you have an alternate idea? Take the Marestream?
Pip suggested.
Just the two of us? That'd be a waste of fuel.
The pair finally arrived at the doors to the palace, and pushed them open to find Queen Haven already waiting on the other side.
Good morning, girls. It's good you made it.
Hey, Mom.
Zip said quickly.
Don't worry, we don't have anything silly planned this time. No fireworks, and definitely no stunts from Mission Impossible.
Pip added with a smile. Haven nodded.
Very good. Well, I suppose we should be getting ready to go. I contacted the spa ahead of schedule, and unfortunately their harpist has fallen ill. But I imagine we can do without a harp.
Suddenly there was a knock at the door.
Enter!
To every pony's surprise, Alphabeetle then entered. With flowers. Flowers, as you requested, he said. Pip and Zip's eyes widened so much that it took up most of their face.
Alphabeetle?
They said in unison.
What are you doing here?
Haven looked a bit confused.
Oh, Alfie, the meetup at the tea shop is next week, not today.
Alphabeetle looked at his calendar. Oh, oops. I guess I'll come back next week. Zip hopped over as the door closed.
How long has this been going on for?
How long is what been? Oh, you mean Alphabeetle.
Haven realized.
It's not what it looks like, if that's what you're wondering.
Pip blinked.
So it's not romantic, because what I just saw suggests otherwise.
Haven blinked and looked slightly annoyed.
Pip, what have I always said about jumping to conclusions?
Fair point.
Zip spoke again.
Then what exactly is going on?
Alphabetal and I have been meeting up every now and then for the last few weeks. Not just as leaders of our respective nations, but as friends. In the same way you are friends with Sunny and the others. I just thought it would be something nice for him, as he spends most of his time on his own.
So, nothing romantic?
Not at all. Two adults of different genders can be friends, after all.
Haven paused.
But I will admit I should have probably told you about it, and I'm sorry. I know how much you two still miss your father, and truth be told, I do too. We all do. Apart from some marauders who enjoy ruining every pony's fun.
Glad to have that cleaned up.
Zip replied.
But what was that you said about a swan?
Swan mates for life.
Pip had a look on her face.
You know, seeing as Alphabetal's here, how about we try incorporating him into what we had planned for the day?
Haven's face lit up.
That's a splendid idea. Oh, hold on for a moment.
She then disappeared through the door, and after a short while, she came back through.
He'd love to. He just asks if we can check the spa about what chemicals they use, as he has some allergies. And what type of tea you two like.
Pip and Zip were more than happy to oblige. A shifting family dynamic is never easy, but at the same time, all it takes to clear up misconceptions is a little bit of common sense. I really like what this author did. On episode 51 of Tell Your Tale, it kinda left some things hanging, but this one really clarified it up. Now let's get on to our lovely donators. Top donators: Jessie Smith, Star630, BadassWaffle, Only One Thanks to Orion and Caladis. Magic, JockeTF, Luciisu, Darkside, Rayden, Norris, Black Moon, Pastels, Guys, Dawson, Roland, Sort Brother, March, Armor, Library, Runeside, Will, Crust, Twinkie, Russell, Shadow Moon, Luigi, Chancellor, Crust, Big Smoke, Bobcat, Murder Princess, Jet, LILmighty, Solar Symphony, and many more awesome people. Thank you all so much for watching this video and love it to the fullest.